Hi, welcome to Fight Me. My name is Jamie Bader. I'm going to be your host today. And today in this episode, we go back into 2025, talk about what we learned, the weird things, the fun things, all the things that happened, and shift into 2026 and what we want to lean into this year. So we're really excited. It's lots of fun. We're so glad to have you back. Thank you for listening, and let's go. Welcome to Fight Me.
Welcome. 2026.
2026. Here we go. More fights, more fun.
More fights. Just so everyone knows, I poured my own water today.
Yes.
No dribbles.
He did. No dribbles. Well, there might have been dribbles, but we just didn't see them.
Yep.
And you didn't blame it on me.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're back in the new year.
Back in the new year.
I like the excitement.
Yep. We did a little bit of traveling.
We did do a little bit of traveling during the holidays.
Tell our listeners where we went.
We went to
Iceland.
Well, it could be. Other days it looks like this. This year it did not appear that way, but we went to Nebraska.
Where
we did not see one flake of snow.
Well, I think we saw some ditch snow.
No, but that doesn't count. I'm talking about falling snow. So we didn't see any falling snow.
Nope.
And then also, I think on Christmas Day it was over 70 degrees.
Yeah, it was so crazy warm.
It was crazy warm.
But I was really happy because we don't have sufficient winter clothes.
Exactly.
Like Iceland would be insane.
Well, that and my body I think is finally like acclimated so that when we do go to places like New York or Nebraska come the winter, you can just feel it so much
it's
more.
Like to the bone.
Oh,
like
to the bone.
You can't get warm.
It's like you take a second gasp of air if you do step out when it's cold.
No, it's legit. It is. I remember being just like layered constantly with like a winter coat inside. But then like, here's the other bugaboo is you got forced heat.
Forced heat. My skin was so dry.
I just could all the passages were like, no,
Yep.
you can't do this.
Exactly.
So living in Guatemala, of course, there's like a lot more humidity, a lot more moisture in general. So that was definitely a fight. In fact, we did fight a little bit of allergies on the way.
We did. We all did.
Which is wild.
Yeah. And
what's
never had
right
allergies
now?
In my life, which after dealing with it for like several days, I was like, I don't wish this on anybody.
No, and
my
full
eyes
respect.
were all like so watery, stopped,
you can't.
So like nasally.
You just want to put your face in water.
God, I love taking showers.
You're just like submerged.
Just opened up, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the steam.
For sure, I have a lot more respect for people who deal with
full respect
for seasonal allergies and
RSPCT.
or allergies that just they have like all year long. So I just don't know how they do it because there's just something about it that like you just can't feel relief. At least it was really difficult for us.
Yeah.
At the end, and then we arrived back in Guatemala
just in time, day before New Year's, which we loved seeing the fireworks. And
woke up midnight to an onslaught of insane amount of fireworks.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen our house, which most of you have not, we have a view over the valley in Guatemala City. And so we get to see like this panoramic view of all the fireworks that happen across the valley. And it's just wild.
Yeah.
Like
it's incredible.
I think
so
probably
beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And we had a lot of up close fireworks this year. So that was fun.
Exactly.
They were right
next
door.
A couple malfunctions, I think, right next to our house.
A few malfunctions.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Neighbors. Yeah.
It should have gone up and
I was
it
like,
went
that
sideways.
seemed like it should have went a little bit higher. But to start the year off. So I think that there's a couple big things that are happening this year.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing I'm going to ask. So 2026, we'll see two big sporting events.
Okay.
We'll see the Winter Olympics here in a couple months.
Not in Guatemala.
In Italy. And also World Cup.
Yeah.
So Mexico, Canada, and the United States. Most games taking place in the United States.
Wow.
So my question for you to start this off is, which one are you more excited for? The Olympics or the World Cup?
Oh, man. You had to do that. Okay, these are really, so I love all sporting events just because I loved, playing sports my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why? What?
I'm joking with you.
No, I really am athletic, despite the fact that I've had so many knee surgeries. That should be proof that I at least was a
True.
professional injured athlete.
A
Let's just say
professional.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I would have to say World Cup.
Okay.
I would definitely have to say World Cup because it literally involves all of the people here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like all of the world in this space.
Sure.
Central America for sure that we have experience in.
Yeah.
They just shut down for games.
Exactly.
Like the expectation is that you are sitting watching and probably drinking a gallo. I'm just saying that's
Sure.
likely the expectation.
Yeah, it seems like every match during the World Cup here is like the Super Bowl. It's
Yes.
like even during the group stage, it's like
Yeah.
things just stop, especially once it gets to like the knockout round.
Yeah.
Every game, it's like, oh, things stop and people watch.
You can hear people cheering outside.
for sure.
Like just outside your house. It's wild.
And I would agree. I think I would definitely go. I'm more excited for the World Cup, not just because like the United States is also hosting it, but just like the atmosphere. Obviously, we live in a soccer, football affluent place.
Yep.
And so I just know that the vibes and everything here will be beaming with excitement.
Yeah,
so
high energy.
even though Guatemala won't be participating, they almost made it this year.
They did almost make it. Oh, so close.
Yeah. So it'll be nice to just have the World Cup. Okay. So the other one, going to entertainment now.
Okay.
There are a number of sequels coming out this year. So we have Toy Story 5.
What?
Dune 3.
Oof.
Devil Wears Prada 2. There's the new Avengers Doomsday. And also another Meet the Parents.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And also Christopher Nolan's epic of The Odyssey.
Oh, The Odyssey.
That's not a sequel. So my question is, of those movies, which one are you most excited to see? There's several other movies that I didn't even put on here, which I know that I'm like, oh, I need to see that.
Okay, will you name them again?
There's a new Spider-Man coming out.
The animated one?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And also there's a Steven Spielberg movie coming out called
What?
It's like Delivery Day or
yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
It's based off of like all of the
UFO encounters and stuff.
all that. Is it? We'll have to figure out.
It's not called
title.
Delivery Day. It's something other day. I don't
No.
know. But anyways, that's going to be really
We'll figure
big.
it out.
Anyways, so I'll name the ones that I listened to you. So of Toy Story 5, Dune 3, Devil Wears Prada 2, Avengers Doomsday, New Meet the Parents, or The Odyssey. That's a lot of movies.
Okay, well, I will definitely say The Odyssey by
Mm.
far. I would say coming in close second, I like Dune, and so Dune 3.
Okay.
But for sure The Odyssey. That is going to be beyond epic, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, Christopher Nolan, come on.
I would have to agree with you. I included Devil Wears Prada 2 because I know you liked the first one. I can't say I've ever actually watched the first one.
You haven't seen the first one?
Nope. So
it's like it. Okay, so I'm not like I could watch that every weekend. I loved it. Right,
Yeah.
it was just a very interesting concept. I like Anne Hathaway. I like a lot of the main players in there. So they're just really it's like a fun show to watch.
Yeah.
However, when you compare it to like something as epic as The Odyssey, oof, can't even. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I love Christopher Nolan, all of the movies.
Anne Hathaway's in that too.
Yeah, and she is. Yes, you are correct.
All good ones.
So I think everybody's. I think the entire
world is in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone.
So they might have needed enough doubles and extras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's gonna be
a small country.
It was literally all filmed in IMAX.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's gonna be
IMAX.
It's gonna be epic.
Let's go.
Just like the book.
Just like
it's an epic.
Yeah, it really is.
So,
It's been forever. I haven't read the book in
Kingston,
I don't even years.
I think, read the book. Well, I didn't actually read the book, but
Parts of it.
abbreviated version
Yeah.
in the first semester
Yeah.
of the school year. So yeah, no, he was even excited.
He's
not
looking
just
forward to it.
because of the movie, but the fact that he'd read it. And,
When is that coming out?
it's a summer movie.
It's
in
summer.
July. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Lots
Summer
of good things.
blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I
that would be
love
my pick. And I think my second one would also be probably Dune 3
Yeah.
as well.
I liked those. I liked those.
I think
They're
that
long.
comes. I think of those two directors, I forget the guy. I can't even pronounce the guy's name that's doing the Dune movies.
Yeah.
But between him and Christopher Nolan, they're like the best filmmakers right now
Oh, for sure.
that are out there. So
Well, and is this the last one for Dune?
I don't know, actually.
I forgot if it was like
I'm not
trilogy or if
sure.
there was one more
And
coming.
there's other books and stuff, but I know this
Yeah.
one's like Dune Messiah that's going to be based
Wow.
off of.
Good stuff.
So be good.
Man, a lot to
All
look
right.
forward
So some
to.
things to look forward to.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to in 2026.
So before we look forward, though.
Yeah. Before we look forward,
Yeah.
we are going to look back a little bit to 2025, which was not so, far behind us.
I learned in running never to look over your shoulder.
Never look over your shoulder. Well,
No.
maybe you should sometimes.
Okay. In this case, maybe.
In this case, because we're not running, we're sitting.
Yeah.
Let's look back at 2025, and I would love. I just want to be a little bit curious about what you learned.
Yeah.
In 2025, like what are you recognizing that I don't know, was a lesson for you or whatever? What would you leave behind? What would you take with you? So jump on in and we'll just see what.
Well, the first thing I think I learned is that bird watching is the best hobby ever.
How did you learn
I
that?
don't know.
Okay.
No,
It is good though.
It's a good hobby.
fun one.
It's a good hobby for me.
Oh, first, before we go on too much further, how many lifers did you find in Nebraska?
That's a good question. I think maybe about a dozen.
Okay, maybe about a dozen.
12 to 15.
12 to a baker's dozen.
A baker's dozen.
Okay, let's just name it around something like that.
Sure.
All right, so that's a big deal for just being hanging out in Nebraska.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of migratory birds.
Yep. And you guys came with me like the very first day before we got really into the warm weather. There was a couple of cold birds that we saw.
I found the most elusive one.
Wow, I think we saw it about the same time.
Did you? I might have called it first.
I saw it as soon as I saw it. I knew what it was. So,
okay, but I still think I saw it first.
Like, there it is.
It was white, and it was in like this far out
northern shrike.
Northern shrike.
So,
yes.
Anyways.
Okay. So anyway, that being said, bird watching, still love it.
Sarcasm aside, some things that I learned. So I'll say this one like off the top of my head. I think as you and I are getting older.
Okay. Here we go.
No, this is good.
Okay, it's good
for us. I think it's good for people in our age bracket. We're coming up close to 20 years of marriage.
Yep.
I think it's easy for people our age that have been married as long as we have just to fall into routines.
Sure.
So the one thing I think, not that I didn't know this, but I think there's just moments throughout the year of just the importance of being like really intentional and continuing to date your spouse.
Making it a routine?
What?
Making the date a routine or
so
shifting?
we do make sure that date night stays on
Friday
there.
night's date night.
Friday night's date night, and I think we've even talked about even when maybe there's things not to talk about, we brought like questions with us.
Yes.
Things that we wouldn't think of on the top of our head.
That's
and that
correct.
was like really, really good. Just a spark conversation between us.
Yeah.
And maybe think about some things that we haven't thought about before.
It was really helpful.
Especially as a couple.
Yeah.
So it was really, really helpful.
Those cards were great. They were, it was like a card game by Esther Perel.
Yeah.
And she puts those out like, well, it's actually like a game. You can get it on Amazon. It was
like
excellent.
400 questions.
It's incredible. And there's like multiple different avenues that these questions go. And some are like intimacy.
We touched about this on a previous podcast.
We did. We talked about it. Anyway, I'm a big fan. So
sure.
Go ahead.
But no, I think that would definitely be a lesson that I learned in 2025. And then like another one is, along that same vein is like now more than ever, seeing our kids in different phases.
Yeah.
Meeting them where they're at, just meeting your kids where they're at, because I really felt like over in 2025, I could see some big changes in both
my goodness.
and in Kingston.
It was wild.
Kingston really coming out of that kid stage, like the kid stage now into like a full blown teen, good, bad, ugly. And then Olivia just even gaining like more and more independence. And so, we've had to adapt, and, you can't parent every kid the same, like we've talked about previously, but just the importance of meeting your kids like where you're at. So
Yeah,
those are two big takeaways.
definitely. And I like to piggyback on that. It's just been incredible to see how much they've grown, like physically, and then also, also just in their independence and in learning ways to celebrate them. And it's different for
That's
each
good
one.
too. Yeah.
That's what I feel like was one of the things I took away from, like later on in 2025 was recognizing the very specific things that our kids need in order to thrive, or at least to be celebrated in.
Yeah.
And that can pivot throughout the year. And so
Sure.
it's just like we take progress is winning. Like we're headed,
Right,
we're headed forward.
Yeah.
We don't care if it looks like a little bit different than other kids or other families, but like progress is progress. And like even just last night, Kingston was asking me about like the difference between hourly and salary and what does that look like? And how do you actually, like, if you only get paid once a month, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is a good question. Like, what do you do? And I was like, so, okay, we got to save, we got to budget, he goes, okay, so, but what if you don't have enough money to live? I'm like, okay, so then we got to think about, what I just loved was he was curious. And even yesterday he started looking up jobs like during his study hall. He didn't have anything to study yet because they just started school again. Or at least that's what he said.
That's the story we got.
That's the story we got. And he started like Googling different jobs.
Yeah.
And he had a couple jobs that came up that he was interested in. This was really the first time that he had initiated that. And so even just...
Yeah, that's exciting to hear.
Yeah, it really... I know, look at us. We're like, high five. Ooh, yeah. We got to high five that one. Because often, we, wonder and really hope for the best for both of our kids and like what they want to choose to do in life and all these things. So it was fun to see him start to get curious.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, learning just to celebrate at different times our different children, like what they need. Mm-hmm. I think for me, one of the big things I took away from 2025 is just how language shapes reality, and what we believe or what we tell ourselves really does shape how we show up and affects like our future and the reality that we go through every day.
Yeah.
So like speaking affirmations to yourself, or let's say speaking in generative language, which is basically like, this will happen. I am going to do this. Yeah. Instead of like, I'm not sure, maybe, or maybe I should.
And just to clarify, that's not like a name it and claim it type thing. It's more just kind of like...
It can be in
but
a
it is
way.
Also like saying like, it's like setting an identity too.
It's absolutely.
Setting an identity and setting it and speaking it into like reality. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. It's more kind of like holding yourself accountable in a way as well.
Yeah. So there is like putting it out into the universe, accountability.
Yes.
And also it can be, a identity thing, like you said, where it could be like, I'm working on my own self-beliefs, like I am authentic. I am, the 3 words that I'm leaning into, which I'll share later. Like I have this rhythm of speaking those out loud of who I am.
Because oftentimes we also speak negative things over us as well.
Sure. Well, or in our mind, there's this committee and they're saying things and maybe they're not so nice. Yeah. Like, you can't do this, or who do you think you are, or whatever. And it's like, whoa. Where did this voice come from? And
who gave you the microphone?
Yeah. Like, why are you so loud right now? Like, what's going on? And I think it's just taking your power back, taking your thoughts back. What are you taking captive of in your mind, and speaking it out loud? And like putting that energy out there. I believe it's received. And like we just trust that even God's at work in that space. Yeah. Like if I'm putting it out there that like, okay, I'm going to show up the best I can for my clients as a coach. Like there's that energy that goes out there that like the language will produce the reality that I live in. And, if I walk into a space and I'm just like, I'm just not confident, or not this, or you start to like get really down on yourself. Yeah. That you will show up a certain way, essentially completing the cycle of what you thought might happen. Yeah. Anyway, so just how language can really shape your life and how you show up. And I've had to learn to be really conscious about what I'm saying to myself, what I'm saying to you, what I'm saying to like our kids and my clients, and even about myself to God. So like
Mm,
I've just put a lot more thought into what empowering language would look like for me versus disempowered language.
sure.
Yeah. So for sure that was a really big learning curve for me because I had lived in a lot of space where I used a lot of disempowered language.
Yeah.
So yeah, that in itself has been just like a huge turnaround for sure.
It's awesome.
Yeah. What else? What else? Anything else came up for you?
Anything else come up for me?
You learned how to fill your own water.
Nope, not yet, apparently.
Would you? Okay.
But no, I think, when we talk about learning, I mean, I don't want to say how old I am, but at the same time, I mean, we're always learning. We are learning new things, but I think
Sure.
sometimes like the experiences that you go through at this point,
Mhm.
like in life, like drive home the lesson, like
Yep.
things that you already know to be true, like experiences bring home those truths. And so
That's a really
I
good
think
point.
over this past, like over 2025, there's several things that I can point to and say, oh, like when it comes to like reaping and sowing, like long
Mm.
term, just like being faithful over like the long
Yeah.
term, like yields a good harvest.
It's so true.
Um,
So
and
true.
so now I feel like I won't speak to you because I know you're quite a few years younger than I am.
Quite a
So,
few.
yep. So, yeah, my beautiful young wife. But I feel like where I'm at, like in my life, like
Mhm.
there's things of just, okay, I've been faithful over years, and now
Mhm.
I'm starting to reap some of the harvest of just that faithfulness and walking with integrity or
Mhm. Mhm.
that kind of thing. So I think just like this, but having like experienced that is drives home the lesson. So it
For
makes it
sure.
makes you just makes me like already going into this coming year being like, okay, where do I need to just remain faithful,
Sure.
even though you don't see the fruit or you don't see the harvest just yet. So
Mhm.
knowing, trusting that over time, like the harvest will be there.
It's really
So
true. And actually, you were a really big help this last year with me in starting the new business, coaching business that was started this last year early on.
I was.
Yeah, you were. You
So
were actually, because there was a lot of like frustration for me at some points of like, why isn't this, like you
yeah,
want it to be a certain way.
sure,
You have this idea of how it should be,
sure.
right? And then you would come in and just be this like really calm, helpful voice for me to be like, babe, you just started this. Like, come on.
Sure.
Like you don't learn to run a marathon in a week.
Right.
Like you know how to run, but like you will not get to that point until you get there. And so like give yourself some space, give yourself a little bit of grace as well, and just keep plugging away. And that's where I think the reaping and the sowing comes in, is a really good point.
Yeah.
Was that like if you continue to put in the effort and what you want to get out of it, like eventually it's coming.
Sure.
Like it's this generative action
Yeah.
and movement towards it. And eventually there it is.
Sure.
We're starting to feel that now, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I think, at the end of the year, those I'd read Atomic Habits.
Yes, that's
And
right.
that's the first time I'd read it.
That's right.
So it was interesting. I liked his premise of, just do like a 1% change, and just how if you do a bunch of little things that just change like 1%, those things accumulate. But it's also developing like habits that it's like small habits that make
Mhm.
big and profound change over like a long period of time.
Yeah. It makes
So
sense how like if we continue to do everything we do as we've done it, we will get the same result.
sure.
But even just shifting 1%, like the smallest thing,
Yeah,
will get you a different result.
exactly.
Mind, it might be a small result, but yet it's still progress and a result. So like imagine what that looks like if you decide to take a big risk,
Sure.
or to throw in an extra bit of grit
Yep.
into whatever it is you're working on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could produce a way different result. And yeah, like you might really enjoy that. It might be
Hmm.
something you've been wanting. So
Yeah.
I love that. Now
Now,
we can pivot to the year we're in right now,
okay.
2026.
I know I actually wrote something today, and I had to put the date,
Uh-oh,
and I was like,
you did
I had to
it.
catch myself. So I did
You
not
caught
put
it.
25, but I was very conscious of when I wrote the year.
Okay.
Instead of just doing it like automatic, I was very conscious about writing the date.
2026 flows well.
Yeah.
on the pen.
It does.
Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Haven't gotten to that point where I had to catch myself yet. I was like,
Okay.
this is a good year.
I like that.
A good even year.
Yeah.
Love it.
Even years.
Yeah, even years are good for me.
So,
All right. So the question now, moving on, is what are we going to lean into this year? Like from what we've learned, right? And like to now, what are we going to lean into? What's our generative thoughts and idea about what this year
sure.
is
Well,
going to
I
be
mean, like the vague goal for me this year is just a better follower, a better father, and a better husband. So you'll reap the benefits.
Reap the benefits. This is for me, folks. This is just for me.
So, I mean, those are vague goals. So like, I think it's very important also to be specific. And I do have some of those even for like myself that has nothing to do with being a better follower, a better father, or a better husband.
Well, let me just say this. We do like to say what like, how do we say it? What is in vagueness, like vagueness stays in vagueness. So like what's vague will be vague. And so we like to get really specific, but I understand the idea of vagueness as far as like, okay, this is where I want to head at least. And then we'll get more specific as we get closer to what we know we want. Yeah. Go ahead.
So how am I going to be, what am I going to lean into?
Yeah. What are we leaning into?
Yeah. So one thing for me, I had gotten out of the habit, I would say over the last year, I used to always read through the Bible. And so this year I'm like picking that up again, but it's also like, okay, so, but it's as we would say, like a SMART goal.
Yeah. For sure.
So for like our listeners that don't really know what SMART goals are, just so you know, a SMART goal is one that is specific. It's measurable, like you did or didn't do it. It's achievable, so it is something that is possible, which, I mean, some people do set goals, and even I have set goals in the past where it's like, oh, my goal is to, can't even give a great example off the top of my head, but something that's like beyond where you're at capability-wise. Yeah. So like if you had never run like a step in your life, okay, and your goal was to run an ultra marathon, per se. Okay, well, let's just start with like a 5K or a 10K. Like those would be things that would be more realistic.
Sure. Well, and achievable, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like attainable, achievable.
Achievable, but sometimes we like to add astronomical. So like that's just another way to get
that's long term. Like I think there's good things to have, like to like have what is it, like a measure marker or whatever.
Sure, for sure. But sometimes
a mile marker.
At least in the coaching space, sometimes we like to add instead of achievable, like astronomical.
Sure.
So like anyway, I just wanted to add that.
I completely agree, and I definitely have those things already. I won't share all the real big goals.
You definitely should.
Yeah. So relevant,
which we also sometimes say risky.
Okay. And time bound.
We keep that.
So it's like reading the Bible in a year.
Yes.
So it's like by December 31st, 2026, I should have the Bible read.
Love it.
So that's what a SMART goal is. So
I love that.
So that would be like a new something. Like I said, I was reading the Bible last year, but just reading through from cover to cover is important to me. Plus, I'm like doing something. There's also another side reason I have for it as well. Something that I do like with the kids.
Yep. So it's really special.
Yep. So I won't get into that. But,
no, another day we'll tell it because the kids still don't know.
Well, Olivia knows, but
Olivia knows.
So, anyway, so another thing. So even like to give an example, like I have a goal too this year to see 100 new birds,
new birdies,
in Guatemala.
in Guatemala, of course. Now, are there?
No, I will see probably other things in other countries. Yeah, but.
Are there another 100 birds that you haven't seen?
I think there's probably like as far as like regular existing birds, I think there's probably close to at least 400 other birds
that you haven't seen.
That I haven't seen in Guatemala.
That's insane.
That I could add.
They're probably all right outside right now.
Probably right outside.
You could just go out there and see 400 more.
So
wow, that's incredible.
I will be intentional about partaking and meeting that goal.
So if you live in Guatemala and you see Chad lurking in your backyard for some reason, that's why.
That's why. Yep.
Weirdly enough, he'll be searching for these birds. Actually, you were thinking about going up to 10.
Yeah.
right?
Up in the northern part of the country.
Northern part of the country.
Yep.
Take a bird guide.
Yep. I'll probably go with a friend. Yep.
Who's a
And
guide?
Who's a guide?
Professional.
Who's a guide? Professional guide. Yep.
And you're going to go find them.
But we'll go together, and I know that there's always things that they haven't seen there either.
Okay, wait.
So it's good to.
I have a question. I have a question. So when you see a bird, do you yell birdies? What do you yell?
I don't yell anything.
How do you get each other's attention when you?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I guess you're just so really attuned into each other.
Sure.
That you know where to look.
Exactly.
But you do have laser pointers.
There are laser pointers involved.
Note to self, you do not put them in the bird's eye.
Nope, don't do that.
We at least try not to.
Yes, you usually point at like a foot or two under or over or to the left or right and say, look.
Well, how do you know? You're saying it could be a foot or two either way. So like, isn't there like a general guide?
No, like when you're pointing with the laser, you know where the bird is and say, oh, like look a foot above the laser.
Okay. So you'll actually give directions.
Yes.
I should know this. I feel like I should know this.
Yeah.
But anymore, I will say, shouldn't you start to just yell birdies?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe I will for next
sure.
time. They're going to all fly away. It's
probably.
I love your hobby. I actually do.
That's okay.
I make fun a ton, but I just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had something similar.
And then also the goal of, so I've run like a marathon in practice.
Yeah.
Like I think, we've discussed this in the past, my history with running.
Yep.
But I've actually never run like an official marathon before.
Okay.
So one goal for 2026 is to run the first official marathon.
Wow. Okay. Do you have a thought of when and where?
Had a thought, but scheduling conflicts initially.
Oh, okay.
And so I had to rethink that. I actually would like to do it with a friend.
Okay.
And so
Pat.
Probably Pat.
Okay.
So
Pat.
him and I have not
Pat.
talked about an alternative plan B or plan C or plan D.
Okay. So you guys have some thoughts where?
No, we had a thought, but now it's like,
so now you got to rethink.
So now we have to reassess.
Oh, geez.
And I need to be realistic about what time frame I can do this in.
Okay.
So
all right. Yeah. Well, because we do have a lot of teams coming this year.
Teams coming. Yep.
And a lot of travel.
We have Olivia moving back to the States.
Yep.
Also, I don't want to be doing my first marathon in Georgia or Florida during like the summer.
Why?
So
why not?
The heat.
Well, okay, but I
want to go down to like the coast here and run something.
True.
So
okay, well,
yeah,
lots of options though.
Oh, there's plenty.
I'm thinking
options.
Boston or New York City.
No, you can't. You actually need a time qualifier to run Boston. You can't just sign up.
Get to it.
That's what I'm saying.
You can do it.
That can't be your first marathon.
Well, yeah, okay. So you got to do another one. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe there's multiple marathons this week.
And
this year.
fill up fast.
I bet they do actually.
The big ones do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York City would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that fills up super fast.
I'm sure. Well,
yeah. Plus, I don't want to spend $400 to run my first marathon.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, anyway,
we
will wait and find out
before we get too sidetracked here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
anyway, goals. So being intentional about that's what I'm going to lean into. So those are
those
some
two. Did you have another one?
Nope.
Okay, that was okay.
I'm sure I have other things.
Sure, of course.
That I'll keep to myself, but yes.
Keep to yourself. All right, so mine looks a little bit different. I like to structure, like I do have some SMART goals, but a lot of those are aligned with like my coach and around my business and around some like personal things. But what I would like to share is I like to lean into three words or a couple words.
Okay.
And so this year I'm really leaning into the word power, exclusive, and authentic.
All right.
And these are like actually like to lean into these words as belief. And so we do this thing called document work, which is where, we essentially flip what we typically believe about ourselves or what we've been telling ourselves.
Okay.
And we'll flip it into something that is more generative and positive. So for example, let's say for power, maybe I was feeling powerless in certain areas. And so like I would go through this whole process in this document work where I would start to write it with my non-dominant hand. And I would say it out loud every morning for 10 minutes with different emphasis on the words. Like for example, I am power. Oh. I am power. or I am power. And so like you do this for 10 minutes with the words that you're working on. So these are the 3 words that right now I'm specifically working on. I am power, I am exclusive, and I am authentic. And this is just really to like generate this belief and to really get that stuck
Sure.
in my mind and my heart that these are the things I am. And I'm super excited to see what will come from
You
that.
got me really curious. How
Sure.
do you be exclusive?
How do I be exclusive?
Yeah.
I am exclusive. Oh, for example, you could be exclusive, like as in, for example, in my coaching, I'm exclusive. Like, so like in order to work with me, this is what it will look like. So it'll look different than as if I was just maybe not exclusive. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to seeing what produces in my coaching business.
Awesome.
Yeah. So these are the things I like lean into for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have some SMART goals, but like I want to say probably to lean into a little bit of the running side of it, because I have been running little by little. Like
first time over 30 minutes today.
I know. I got 35 minutes today. It was
Yeah.
actually impressive for me. I think I could have gone a little bit longer, but I was like, I'm not going to push it.
That's right.
Most maybe of the audience knows that I've had like knee issues and essentially had brand new legs placed.
You've had more than knee issues.
I've had multiple, like over 10 surgeries, including 2 major ones that were like straightening.
No lateral movement.
Yeah. And so no lateral movement. So we're focusing on running
Just
right now.
Focus
and walking.
on moving forward.
Yep. Moving forward.
Yep.
So I've been running. And so this has been actually like a goal of mine eventually to run a 5K.
You are a runner.
I am a runner.
Yeah.
That should also be part of the word. I am a runner.
There you go.
I am runner.
I am runner.
I am runner. Yeah. So I think what I would love to include in that, even though today was like definitely hit over 5K, I would love to be able to run a 5K that's actually like
official.
Yeah. And it'll be on the ground because I typically run on a treadmill. So that's going to be a whole different feel.
Yeah.
And I think that feels like.
But you rocked it this morning.
I was there. I was there.
I was there.
I was. I didn't fall. I didn't trip.
That's a good thing.
Yep. Highly concentrated, stuck to the rhythm. Sure. That was helpful. But yeah, so anyway.
It's always fun going to the gym this time of year as we see.
It is, right?
All the new faces.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely different, right? There's a lot of new faces,
There's
a lot
people
of new people
that I've seen back at the gym that I haven't seen in a long time. There's plenty of new faces.
Yeah, we got the
staples.
Staples, like the people who are always there, say hi to every morning.
Yep. Our crew.
Yep, our crew. We go to a local gym here in San Cristobal and love it. Yeah. It's fun. See all of our people.
And one of the things, just for our listeners, so there's like obviously several different ways that you can approach goals. I mean, so Jamie and I just explained 2 different ways, right?
Yeah.
And like one of the things I did with the kids at the end of the year, just to help our kids maybe set some like goals for this year, because the beginning of the year is just like a natural time to take an assessment of like where you're at, where you've been, and like what do you want to do moving forward. And so I just said, like, I gave them 3 areas to improve in.
Sure.
And I just gave them body, mind, and spirit. And so like our body, like for example, so Kingston goes to the gym 3 days a week, like with Jamie and I.
Because he's getting stronger.
He started going last year. Yep. He over the course of time, definitely saw improvements, could see himself getting stronger. And so this year, instead of coming up with a brand new goal, it was to continue going to the gym 3 days a week. But now, like on his off days, he's going to add push-ups, doing push-ups to start the year.
Love it.
And so, and like we talked about, to make it smart. So before he gets on his video games, as it's starting up, he does 3 sets of 10 push-ups. But that's just something small. Start small, right? Make it something attainable. And so this builds that habit. And then once that habit's already established, that's something that he can build upon. So maybe partway through the year, now it's like, now I'll do 5 sets of 10 push-ups. Or maybe now I'll get 3 sets of 25 push-ups, and just start building up that number. So it's something that he can add upon during the year, or maybe even add something else to it. And so for example, like for Olivia, it could be something like, we said, like, is it a volcano that you would hike,
Oh
or some kind
yeah.
of adventure
Yeah.
that would require some kind of training as well,
Mhm.
to build up to, or anything like, doing the 5K,
Yep.
or setting a goal like that, something that you might have to work up towards. So those would be something that you could do. So then for mind, we said,
Mhm.
is it like, okay, let's start with reading 10 minutes a day.
Oh yeah, we had gotten
For some,
we had slipped a
that
bit.
was for Olivia.
Yep.
For Olivia, it was just like, hey, let's just start just like
Oh, for
reading.
Olivia.
Yeah,
Yep, I see.
just start reading 10 minutes a day.
Mhm.
Um, and so she's got a set time to do that, just to start getting in like a routine of doing it, and then hopefully, she continues to do that. And then for like the spirit, that's like,
Mhm.
it could be reading a book of the Bible, working through the New Testament, doing the
Prayer.
Gospels, prayer,
Yep.
prayer
Mhm.
journal.
Yep.
Just something like in an area that you want to focus on this year, as well. So that's, if you're looking for something like just a quick way to, take an assessment and maybe make three new goals for this year. Just think about, like, how can I improve physically? How can I improve my mind? And then also spiritually, like, where's like something, like, what's one habit that I can do?
Mm.
And like we said, there's two different ways, obviously, that Jamie and I have explained to do that, through SMART goals, or through, um, just having like I want to say, like, this leaning into those areas.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
No, I love it. There's a lot of different ways to like really just hit some generative sparks in your life as you're starting in the new year.
yeah.
And I think
And
those are a couple of really good
yeah,
ideas
and I
for
would say
sure.
pick something that you're passionate about. Don't make it
Yeah.
something that you dread doing. Like, that would be, that's
Well,
like,
true.
so like for
Yeah.
me, like, I wouldn't want to, like, when I think of some things like, oh, I want to, do poetry. Like, that wouldn't be something that I would naturally be drawn to, and that might
Okay.
seem more like laborious.
Sure.
So it's like, well, maybe I'll shy away. I'll pick something that, like, that I feel like
Yeah.
I'm passionate
Naturally
about.
inclined
Yeah,
to that's
sure.
something that is like that's exciting for you. I was just, in fact, it was really interesting. I was just talking to a client on a session this morning, and we were revisiting a vision.
Yeah.
And and I noticed some things in with talking with this person that for a while they hadn't seemed very excited about their vision. They were not passionate about it. And I was just always wondering, like, okay, what is it that, like, he decided to choose, this person decided to choose it, but like wasn't showing the excitement and the passion. I'm like, oh man, okay. So like what's going on? And so today we had a really big breakthrough. And the funny part about it is it completely unleashed a passion of his, which is stand up.
Oh,
And it completely fits under his vision. And I'm like, dude, you never brought this up. I had no idea that this is part. He's like, oh yeah, but it's been a big part of my life and I've always wanted to do it. And I realized the reason that I said this vision was because essentially I I was afraid to say it out loud. And so I
yeah.
chose this vision instead. And so the idea really around that story is just like, okay, like, all right, it's fun to have these goals and these like places we're headed,
Mhm.
but like, is it tapped into something you love?
Right.
And
Yeah.
is it going to give you energy? Is it going to
Exactly.
ignite passion? And so it was fun to see just the energy shift from this person. From it's the same vision, but he's going to use a different medium to get there, and it just ignited a whole different
That's
level for
awesome.
him. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to bring that up because it makes sense. Yeah, you want to hit something that you're passionate about, that you want to explore, that you want to jump into,
Yeah.
and there's other things that might not be as fun, or you might not be, like, for example, is it always fun to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym?
No,
Some days,
definitely
no.
not.
Other days, maybe.
Yeah.
That being said, there's some goals that are still worth like achieving that do take more grit and more discipline.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are going to head there. Yeah. So anyway, this is a little bit of our snapshot of what 26 hopefully will be for us. We got a lot of
Yeah.
fun things
Sure.
ahead, a lot of fun travel, teams coming up, and actually some fun things for this podcast. So those will be
Oh, okay.
explored as we move forward. But yeah, happy to be back in 2026.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, that's it for today. And if you get a chance, we'd love for you to leave a comment. We'd love for you to leave a rating. subscribe. These are
Yeah.
just some no cost ways to help us build in this space as we're continuing to build and do some fun new things this year. So
Sure.
we are super grateful for you all that do listen. And until next time,
Fight me.
fight me.